The anticipation is building.
Have you done yours?
No, I need to. I gotta think about it.
Yeah, so I got to do it. Thomas and I compete every single year.
Nice.
And I have no idea who's ever won, which means he definitely won the past few years. But that's where we are.
That's kind of how that works if you don't really follow it.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, let's talk about the weather. You said that Wednesday had been up in the air, but now it's sounding not so bad.
It's starting to look like that change holds off until a little bit later in the day. First half of the day looks like that.
Okay, well, that's beautiful.
Brilliantly sunny, but by noon, 1 o'clock, we're going to get clouds building in, and that's going to precede our wind and big change.
All right.
So for the most part, Wednesday is looking pretty good, for the most part. But once we get that shift in the weather pattern moving in, the weekend is not looking as great. So all my people out there who said, I just need to do chores, I need to do spring cleaning, I kind of need to get this whole house whipped back into shape. That's this weekend's problem. Last weekend's problem was getting outside enough to enjoy it. But record heat again today. We've got a breezy Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and then rainy and cooler by the weekend. A lot cooler by the weekend. When it comes to those record highs, these are the standing ones that have a potential to break today. Spokane, we've already broken that. Coeur d'Alene, you're close to it. Sandpoint, you're around there. Lewiston at 78. Pullman, you're close to it again. The big changes start moving in by tomorrow. 63 to 56, 55 down into the 40s, and then staying there. We eventually might bump back up near 50 by next Tuesday, but it's a pretty big might. There's our next storm. It sits way off the coast. See it down there? Just kind of doing its thing. It's going to try to work its way in, but what we first do is enjoy this ridge of high pressure. Here's the big 30,000 foot view. Actually, it's even higher than that, but that's what we'll say for now. Eventually, our high starts moving up. Notice the clouds building in kind of by the middle of the day, Wednesday. A little bit of moisture kind of hits the west side. That's under the ridge, so it's got a lot to fight. Eventually, that moves out. Thursday hits, and even with the storm off the coast, ridge still overhead, we wind up getting a little bit of mountain moisture and a couple of stray showers down a little bit lower. A couple. That's it. Thursday looks dismal if you're trying to count moisture. However, as we get a little bit closer to the weekend, the storm itself starts moving in and we start throwing moisture at us. So by the time we get into Friday, we have a much better shot at moisture, but that waits until a little bit later in the day to hit us. Then as we get into the weekend, it's a wet one and cold one. Sorry. I do think we see a little bit of sun come Sunday. I think we can see a couple of peaks of that sunshine, but then Monday it's back to the rain, and Tuesday I threw mostly cloudy and 50 on there because I wanted to. It could very well be 40s and rain.
I'm actually still okay with it because there are no snowflakes on that forecast.
Yeah, I took them all off.
Thank you for that.